Hello, everybody. Welcome. Looks like we're here. We're good. Let me know how the audio levels are. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. We're here. We're doing it. Treehouse live event. I can't wait to see what they're going to show us today. Yesterday we got Purah and Robbie. What do y'all think about that? I'm super stoked that we got to see those characters. Let's hope they're playable. Maybe that's what we're seeing today. Who knows? We'll see here in a little bit. I don't know if they're going to start with Pikmin first or what they're going to do. We got about, a 14-minute wait. I'm just going to kick back. Actually, you know what? We might as well watch the Robbie and Purah trailer. Nintendo. There we go. I need this. Boom.
I will remind you once again. Above all else, your duty is of the utmost importance.
The boy! Doing his pose. I want to see that guitar. I want to see it. She's over here blushing and everything. Hello, reverse.
Rule 1 of the researcher's code
Robbie. His glasses are so dope.
is to never give up.
Oh yeah! Check it!
Check it. There's Purah. Thunder, what's up? How are you? Welcome. Impa's face, she's just like, this is really my sister. So embarrassed.
It won't be easy,
This is cool, seeing the Sheikah in the background working on a cannon.
but we're not gonna let that stop us.
Maybe this is... Oh, they're researching the tower that just arose. This must be after the event that we saw, in the last gameplay thing.
Okay?
Look at these two geeking over the Sheikah slate. So this honestly looks like a memory, which I'm very intrigued to see if memories are going to be playing a role in this game. Or if this is just the way that they did the cutscene, or this trailer to kind of, throw back to that. I don't know. 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. Lina, welcome. Welcome. Cheers, everybody. Oh, please don't burn me. It's hot. Woo. Ah, that's hot. Ah. Just how I like it. All right. So, super stoked for this. Super stoked for this. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just chill. We'll just relax. I was planning on getting on about an hour early, but I wasn't able to. So, yes, this will be gameplay. So we're gonna be seeing Pikmin 3 Deluxe and Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Probably gonna start with the Pikmin stuff. So my phone's going off. What's going on here? Who went live? Captain Bergerson. Daniel's live. CVS, you're still playing Breath of the Wild? That's dope. I play it every now and again. Hop back on it. I need to fix my screens here. You guys are going to see my camera move around. There we go. That works. Oh. Wow. Wow. I am so surprised that Nintendo pulled this off for this year. We all were just sitting there like, oh, it's so dry. Where are the games? Where is Breath of the Wild 2? Age of Calamity. Smack you in the face with it. More Smash DLC. I can't believe Steve. We got Pokemon stuff coming. It's a good, pretty decent year for COVID coming in. You know, we got some pretty good games lined up, in my opinion, for the holiday season. Still want to see more Breath of the Wild 2, though. Not gonna lie. Whoa, why did that come up as a... There we go. Not only just the Age of Calamity reveal, but all the gameplay and character reveals are nuts. Right? Emma, thank you. I'm glad they could be of help to somebody. Tommy, what's up? I see you changed your profile pic to Grim. Nice choice. He thought the new seed was... He thought there was going to be a Korok. Emma, see you later. Who would have thought, right? Right? I did not think they were going to be able to pull all of this off. The amount of work that they did for Steve, that's crazy. It's like, hey, can you rework every single level to fit for this one character? Doesn't matter, you have to. They just did not care. Sakurai is a madman. Yep, the channel is getting close to 60,000 subscribers. We're at 59K right now. We're almost there. Let's see. What is the... I think it's 59.2. A couple more hundred. Couple more hundred. And then we only got 40 more thousand. With my luck, by the time I get to 100,000, they're going to push the play button back to 150K to 200,000. Watch. Watch. Thank you for subbing. Oh, with this game and then more Breath of the Wild 2 stuff coming next year, it's going to be Zelda's anniversary next year. It's big year for all of us Zelda tubas. So we are starting in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Not too much longer. Not too much longer at all. And then we got a smash on that that timeline. It's October 7th. I want to get done with the Downfall timeline soon. 4 minutes and counting. Let's go ahead and peep another. Let's watch the Impa gameplay. Simpa gameplay. From GameSpot.
お願いしますましょう
あ、めっちゃ文字とかも。
I just want to gush over the Simpa gameplay.
邪悪な。四角いの。
It's such a short segment, but it like set the whole thing off.
かっこいいイメージがあったようなやつですね。
There we go.
四角に
It's so perfect.
現れるイメージ。
Got a couple more minutes on this. I'll switch back over before it starts.
操作可能になったのではい切り替えてみましょう切り替えてみましょう
お願いします。あ、
はいインパです
こんなに可愛いとは。かっこいいイメージがあったんで、インパさん。
Hi, Simpa.
そして100
すごい。
100年後リンクを導いてくれるような役柄で登場しましたが
Dude.
100年前のインパとしてはい操作して
Like, what is that? She can make them weightless.
攻撃固有アクション攻撃でですね弓を
And then her shadow clone jutsu is so dope.
敵に印を付与してそれを獲得すると分身が増えていきましてはいそれでさらにクイズを戦えるようなアクションになってい
ちょっとイーガダンっぽいですね。
ますシーカー族の
ね、そうですよね。
そうですね
シーカー族
術であ
の
ったり体術であったり
There's just like 8 of them up there.
かっこいい。
So, from what I've gathered, like the more Impa builds up her
全然違う、さっきと。
bonus or whatever, the more of these clones come out. I don't know where it maxes out at. It's probably about right here, but
数が増えてウィークポイントゲージのを削るチャンスっていうのを一気に削れますで印を集めている状態でははい必殺技も強力になりまして
one more minute.
かっこいい。
Pick up the fire rod.
この辺に
Grab it.
しましょう
この辺なんですか。
見たいでしょうけどまあ今日はこの辺までいいですね
今日はこの辺。
この辺までで
I want to see what other weapons she can
あり
wield.
がとうございました。いや、
That is something I'm extremely interested in. Okay, we're switching back over. Here we go. It's starting soon. That's a fun little animation they have for the tree. I like how the treehouse moves and the ladders flowing back and forth like it's in the wind.
Hi everyone, I'm JC from the Nintendo Treehouse, and this is Nintendo Treehouse Live. Nintendo Treehouse Live is a way for us to give folks a sneak peek of some of the games and
Okay, it's
projects we're working on.
pre-recorded.
In this case, we have 2 projects to show you today. Later in the program, we're going to give you a look at Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Okay, so it
But
will be
first,
later.
We do want to give you a look at a game that it's very, very near and dear to us in the Treehouse, which is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And who better to show us through a Pikmin game than
I
our
know
Corey.
somebody who is
So Corey and I
extremely
are gonna
excited
take
about
you
this
through
one.
A little bit of the main adventure story mode, if you will, and we'll sprinkle a couple of new things along the way. So, Corey, want to kick us off?
Yeah, thank you. It is my pleasure to talk anything Pikmin related. As you mentioned, JC, we are showing Pikmin 3 Deluxe today, and right now we're in story mode, probably about 5 minutes into the story, past the introduction, tutorial, cutscenes, etc. And I am controlling one of the explorers named Alf here. Generally, what the story is three Alf and two explorer companions of his crash land on this alien planet and find themselves in need of getting back together again, finding the other explorers, but also finding food for their planet. And they meet these Pikmin creatures on the planet, which are adorable plant-like creatures we can see here.
I have never played a
that are
Pikmin
very
game in my
curious,
entire life, so
very
I'm not going to have a
loyal,
lot to
and
say
you'll be
about
using
this.
them throughout your adventure.
But
I
one
just
thing
called a few
is,
red
how's
Pikmin
my
here,
voice compared to
and you
this
notice
guy
I'm
talking
skipping
right
a
now?
few of the prompts. I'm going to be doing that a little bit throughout this,
my hair
just in
is-
order to keep the flow going.
I
as
just
well
rolled
as
out of
not to
bed.
spoil the game for everyone as well. So
Sounds fine.
But as
Okay.
I move my left stick around, you're able to see that I control my explorer, and the left stick also controls this red cursor as well. So if I'm all the way out of range, it also moves the explorer. If I push the A button where the cursor is located, you'll toss a Pikmin to that location. And if you toss a Pikmin,
I've heard these
near
games are really
something
fun.
like this flower pellet over here, you'll see that the Pikmin
Okay.
automatically starts to carry it back to his base, which is called an onion. And we're going to see some sprouts pop
The
out
onion.
of the top there and then go into the ground, which is the way Pikmin propagate. So if
The
you
mother
have
onion.
Pikmin on your squad, you just want to bring things back to their base and then pluck the new Pikmin out of the ground. I've been using the control stick to control thus far the cursor. But what I'm going to do now briefly is just pause the game and switch over to motion control to control the cursor,
Gyro.
just because that's a personal preference of mine that I started to like a lot more on the Wii U release, but it is totally optional for player preference on how to control the pointer. So that red pointer where you
Okay.
see 23.
That's
is
cool
now
that they
being
still
controlled
included
with
this.
motion now. So, story-wise, we
And
are
it shows
trying
the
to
Switch. It
reunite
just
with
continues to
our
show that
fellow
the Switch
explorers.
can
And if I pause the game using the
do
minus button, we can
motion
see that
controls
there's
just
sort
like
of
the
a radar
Wii or
that's
Wii U.
being,
With the
pulsating
gyro.
everywhere across the water.
And
So
I
it
mean, the
looks like I
Joy-Con's
need to
gyros are
somehow
pretty
cross the
good.
water to reach Brittany. But
They're decent enough.
if I try to take the direct approach and just go
I
through
would
the
just-
water, we're finding out that the
I'd like
game,
to
tells
see
us that red Pikmin,
how it would work for
are
Skyward
not able to
Sword,
go into the
or if
water.
it
Water
is
lethal for them.
capable.
So fortunately,
I
can
think
use
it
the
would be.
whistle
I
with the B
mean,
button
Mario Galaxy,
and
this
whistle
game.
all of my Pikmin back to land. So because the Pikmin are
Though you
so
don't necessarily
helpful
have to
throughout my
use this
adventures, you
feature,
really do
but
grow a bond to them, and you
still.
do not want to lose even one. But
Yes.
there's a little creature over here that wants a lunch too. So
Yeah, it looks
I'm,
hungry.
yeah, these yellow things that you'll come across are memos, which can often give you a brief hint on how to go about your adventure here. So it recommended me
What?
tossing a Pikmin on the back of that creature.
He jumped on the
which
back
if
of
I
him.
Toss a couple more. We'll be able to carry that creature back to the base to get more Pikmin, and I actually tossed some Pikmin on these bridge tiles as well, because what we're able to see is even
That's
though I
pretty
can't
dark,
cross
man.
the water yet, if I
Like
collect enough
murdered that
bridge
guy,
tiles
and gonna
and
go
get
take his
Pikmin,
carcass
they'll
back
be able
and
to
make
build
more
this bridge.
Pikmin out
So
of him.
while they are
Oh
bringing
my
those
gosh.
tiles to the bridge, I can see that there's a few more bridge pieces across this wall, but I need to break down that wall. So if I toss a couple Pikmin at the wall, they'll start breaking it down, but they'll go pretty slowly. So if I want to speed up the process, we throw more Pikmin at the job. And meanwhile,
Wow.
we still have our Pikmin collecting these tiles.
Huh.
Looks like my Pikmin also brought back that carcass from the small little creature, so we were able to get even
He
more
even
Pikmin.
said it.
And we'll throw these new Pikmin at the wall to make it go even faster.
That's just evil. Those little beans are evil. I mean, what did that guy ever even do to
I do
them?
want to talk a bit more about that because I think it's really interesting. You know, these Pikmin, you think about it, right? You plug them out of the ground, Pikmin these big eyes. They're still trying to figure out the world, and they're kind of relying on someone to tell them what to do. So, as you can tell, all these Pikmin have like a single focus when you tell them what to do. And you know, from their perspective, it's like, okay, well, I should follow this living thing that's telling me what to do, right? But at the same time, you know, it's kind of curious about.
They're like, "Mama?"
Full of wonder, you know, it's kind of relying on you to kind of help it, right? And so I feel kind of bad because, you know, at times you may encounter some enemies and Pikmin may what's the word? Die.
May fall.
And that sound is absolutely heartrending, and I do not wish that on anyone. However, if you put Pikmin in a bad situation...
Wait, they make sounds when they die, like
so take care of your Pikmin.
death-curdling screams or something?
And I had to go back and collect them. As you mentioned, they were single-minded, so once they're done with the task, they kind of just wait for their next order. So you're constantly needing to whistle to get their attention whenever they complete
Okay,
the
let's
task.
see if this boy's gonna
And
attack him.
We're coming up against our second creature of the game here, which is a larger version of that Bulborb we saw, that creature. And as I creep around here before waking them up, I did want to point out another one of the fun features of the game, which is the in-game camera. At any time, you can push the minus button to pause and kind of just see the world from your explorer's eyes, which is that pint-sized view. So
That's cool.
got this Pikmin's just looking at me, waiting for his next order. Hey, buddy. But it's a fun way to take pictures on your journey, as well as almost feel like you're kind of on this nature safari. While this
He's
enemy
gonna
is
do it.
sleeping, instead of tossing my Pikmin one at a time, I'm going to use a different feature which is called Charge, which if you lock on and press the X button, will send them all.
Oh, that is dirty.
At the creature or
Oh
object
my
at once.
gosh, he didn't stand a
And that can
chance.
be very useful if you've got a large squad you're wanting them to take an order all at one time. So you can use that on the.
They ganged up on him.
And you mentioned that you just used that feature a couple times. I do want to point that out because I really
Dude.
like that feature, which is the lock-on feature. If you're familiar with the Pikmin games, you'll kind of remember that there was no lock-on feature. You had to kind of manually aim, kind of do it. But by tapping the ZR button a couple times, you can cycle through targetable items on the screen.
This is kind of enjoyable for never like sitting down and actually watching full gameplay of this.
Hot swapping between different lock-on targets.
At least the main story.
Yeah, and I think the cycling through the different objects and enemies is the thing that really helps me when there are multiple objects or you're in a tight space. So we're coming across
Breath of the
Brittany,
Wild
getting a
2
little
leak.
closer to her. We are seeing that fortunately she's okay. The crash landing just made her take a little bit of a nap, and she needs to be rescued now. She's kind of still trapped in here.
I like that language you're speaking.
Yeah, the explorers do speak a different language, so fortunately we as the players can see the subtitles there. Very cute language. All right, so Brittany noticed that there was some fruit nearby, which we will see just as we round the corner. A strawberry, which looks much larger in this world to us because we as the explorer and the Pikmin are so
No.
tiny.
It wouldn't be a leak if Nintendo
because
gave it to
my
us.
Explorer cannot
But
jump.
no,
the
I don't-
only
I
way
don't
to
see us
reach this
getting
item is actually by
any Breath of the
tossing
Wild
Pikmin
2 news
with a
today at
strawberry.
all.
So, you see that number 3 on the bottom. That indicates that the minimum number of Pikmin required to move.
We'll
the
see
object
some,
is 3,
maybe
but
after
you
the game
can still
comes
do
out, we'll
more
start
if you
seeing
want the object to move
information
faster.
come out. But
And they
I
will
honestly think they're
know
going to
instinctively
reserve
the
that
Pikmin to
for
bring
the
that
Game
object to
Awards.
base.
Whoops.
I can leave
The
on
Game
the
Awards or sometime in spring of
We're trying
next
to
year.
continue on and rescue
And if
Brittany.
not spring of next year, then we're
We need to
coming
get past this
holiday
wall, but we're
2021.
finding that this wall, red
Which I
Pikmin can't break
hope that's
down.
not the case, but
And so
we'll see.
Another new feature that I wanted to showcase here is these optional hints that have been added. So if a newer player, got stuck or just wanted
Yeah,
to
we did get
connect,
that
you can push
information
up
that the game is
on
still being
the
worked on.
plus control
So
pad, and
we
that's
do
gonna
have that.
show, some hints, and then even in addition, some arrows on the ground just to let you know where to go. So it's guiding me to a nearby cave here to. maybe
They've at
find
least
what we
given
need
us
to
an
progress the
update.
story.
And at the top of the screen, you'll notice
Which
that
was
kind of sun meter.
definitely,
going across from left to right across the top of the
much
screen.
appreciated.
And that kind of indicates how much time, Corey has to get through his tasks because, well, let's just say nighttime is not very nice to Pikmin, you want to make sure you get them out of there before sundown. And, you know, that actually ties into the hints also. So if this is the first
Wait,
time
what?
for you playing the game, if you really just want to make the most out of your day and you want something, you know, some kind of hint, feel free to use them. And just, it'll help you kind of explore different ways and different methods that maybe you weren't aware of yet. So definitely use it.
Rock
And
Pikmin, huh?
After defeating this enemy, we discovered that there were a new type of Pikmin that were actually inside that creature.
You're
These
giving
are
me a
rock
funny
Pikmin.
look.
And we didn't go into detail earlier, but each Pikmin type will have their own specialties. So we're learning here that rock
They
Pikmin
can
have the
break
ability
ore.
to break sort of these hard crystals or glass, which red Pikmin would not. Later on, you'll see that blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can go in the water.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's probably a ton of.
So, all right. So now that we've
Nighttime
gotten
is not
the
nice to
field,
Pikmin.
I would like to basically sprout a few more rock Pikmin. So I'm gonna ask those.
Oh,
rock Pikmin
man.
to bring it back to the onion, and we will pluck some more rock.
Pokemon Link, yeah, I can
Adventure.
see that happening over there.
Demos that pop
I'm
up
sure there's
in
people in other people's streams that are getting upset
I love the adorable.
that this is not in other YouTuber streams, that this isn't.
All right, so
Age
we've
of
got our
Calamity
rock
right
Pikmin,
now,
we've got our red Pikmin.
but
I feel confident
we gotta be
can get
patient.
out of this
They will be
cave
done with this shortly, and then we'll move
now.
on.
Myself there.
And then when I repost the video and everything, I'm gonna edit this portion out.
This
So.
wall that we could not break down earlier. Again, if I try to throw red Pikmin, we'll see that nothing really happens. But if I push the L button, I swap between Pikmin types and can now throw rocks Pikmin, and we're seeing them break down the wall.
Breaks that glass a
Use
lot
my whistle
faster.
to Gather my Pikmin back, and Brittany, finally we found you. Let's get you out of there. Break down this glass wall as well.
Those noises sound vaguely familiar. So it kind of sounds like Yoshi.
That's a celebratory back that they just did.
Like when he throws them.
She is super happy to no longer be confined. So now that they've reunited here, I'm able to use both Brittany and Alf at the same time. And the first kind of way that the game
There's a bunch of people that play Pikmin.
for, I guess, aesthetics that you can
Still,
have
there's a
that
lot of
party
people
members
that
with.
love
Actually comes in
this
handy from a
series,
strategy
so
perspective. So having Brittany, you can toss her over a gap, toss her some
has a
Pikmin,
cult following. It's
and
very
then,
similar like
any
Animal
moment
Crossing.
while you're playing, you can push
A
the
lot of
Y
people,
button
you know, a
and
lot of people didn't play that game
switch
before
to Brittany,
it came to Switch, and then there's a bunch of people that never played it before, and now everybody loves
throw
it.
some Pikmin up to reach that limit.
Same thing with
And
Pikmin, I'm
if I were
sure.
on a
I
lower
know it's got a huge
elevation,
cult
you
following
know,
with
so
their
really quickly once they get this
fan base,
level
so.
down, we would see that if I tried to throw red Pikmin that high, they would not be able to reach that high. So there are points throughout the game where you will need to split up your squad and maybe throw one over a gap or over water. But
They're saying we need a new
since we
Smash
do have two
character?
explorers
Come
and
on,
we
that's
will
way
have
too
Brittany,
soon.
JC, I thought it could be a good time to for you to hop in since with
That's
Pikmin
funny,
Deluxe,
though.
it is the
It's
first time
and
that
the other
we're
one's
able
not
to
even.
play
Steve
tournaments
isn't
together.
even available
Anytime
yet.
you can just pause, go to play
We need
co-op,
another
and,
one?
JC, you want to hop in?
Absolutely.
What did they announce? 4
So you'll
more or
see the
something like that?
screen now
Or
become
there's 3
split
more?
With
I don't
me
know.
on the left, JC on the right. JC doesn't have any Pikmin right now.
I
so
should
he'll
know I
do
don't,
so much
but
on his own.
yeah.
So I'm gonna throw some red Pikmin your way, and you'll
Thank
just
you.
have to whistle at them, and they'll be in your party.
Appreciate that.
And I'm gonna keep charge of these rock Pikmin.
Okay.
Let's just keep making our way forward.
So split
There's some
screen.
creatures up here that are carrying crystals, which can be a little dangerous to the red Pikmin. So let me take these guys out before the red Pikmin.
Yeah, a lot.
Alright,
Appreciate that.
they are gone. So,
So
I'm gonna
I'll take these bridge tiles over here and start building because I
A lot of people feel entitled to new games and new characters and stuff. Sakurai does. The whole Smash team does a lot of work for all of us, and
but it was in a sort of crystal, so I used my rock.
we
Pikmin
got to
there.
give them their
And we're
time,
kinda
the
seeing
time
some
that they
teamwork
need
here.
to make
JC
these
is using
amazing
squad to do
characters for
different
us to be able to
tasks
play
than
as.
me.
Excuse me, my
Which
coffee
is,
is.
yeah, again, we're making the
causing
most
me to
of our
burp.
time, and it's fun working together. So I'm gonna Looks like I've got
Right?
bridge tiles to
This
go.
is the first time that I haven't had to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. Like, thank you, Treehouse.
Come on, Rock Pikmin.
Seriously, though. 'Cause I'm on the West Coast every single time I'm waking up at like 5, 4,
More.
All right.
you know,
So our bridge
6 o'clock
should
in the
be full
morning.
now almost. Looks like they've got it. Final pieces in place, and
There we
all
go.
right. So now that we've got the bridge, I'm just gonna whistle to make sure I've got all of the.
I mean, he's already in there.
Pikmin in my party.
He's been in there for quite a while.
I'm taking some.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You threw some Pikmin on some enemies and some. Yeah. Food, some pellets.
This is
to
one of
food back.
Miyamoto's, like,
And as we make our way back,
babies,
you're
isn't
gonna
it?
Notice that we're actually back where we started. So we
This
built
game?
a bridge, sort of a shortcut now back to the starting point. I'll go ahead and grab these red Pikmin since they're just standing there, and we're finding a new wall that we couldn't.
The
actually
people
break
at
down
Treehouse
earlier
like to
when
sleep
we
in.
started.
Yeah,
So
right.
since I found
They
rock
must be on the
Pikmin,
West Coast over here.
throw them at this wall.
You know, we're just gonna wait till 10. This is all
And we didn't talk
pre-recorded,
too
I
much
believe,
about
though.
this earlier, but any piece of fruit that you saw, we got the strawberry earlier. You'll want to bring that back to your base, and
But
the more
still,
fruit you collect,
somebody
the more
that
days you're going to be able to explore
put it up live,
this world. So
who's
that's how
regulating
fruit,
this whole
plays
thing,
a role
didn't want to
in
wake
the
up.
Story mode. Brittany here is noticing that we got a new radar kind of detection from elsewhere on the map, so she's recommending we go check it out. There's another tip letting us know that red Pikmin are fire resistant.
Okay.
Looks so defiant in the face of fire. Look at that. I
Right.
just kind of enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna take
So
out this.
some-
Yeah, well, Saul,
new
we're just gonna
creatures
have
here.
to wait
Yeah.
until they get done with it
Oh,
and
and
be
I
patient.
did not listen to that warning, but my rock Pikmin's lit up like a birthday candle, and he's freaking out. Similar to Pikmin, if they're drowning.
The
as long
aesthetic
as
of
you
this game
whistle at a
is
Pikmin
is cool.
peril, as long as it's in time, they'll come running back to you, and they'll be okay. Here it's just letting us know that we found some bridge materials, but this time it's on the opposite side of the water,
Kinda.
so there's going to be a little bit more complications in order to get those bridge pieces.
It's a more involved, I would say, a more involved, like,
I also have some.
I don't
red
know
Pikmin in my
how to
party, so
describe
rather
it.
than continuing to burn my rock,
because normally, like,
try to use
you're in, like,
red
God
Pikmin
mode
throughout.
type of
Oh,
thing in a
Thank you, teamwork.
I got you.
Nice. All right.
base
so Those
RTS.
enemies have been felled. All right. So at this point, there is the bridge that we cannot cross on the left. JC, if you kind of come up to where I'm at, I'm going to hold down the Y button, which will allow you
Have
to
fun
join
at
my
work.
party, and then I can toss you over
Bobson.
into water,
Um,
and I can also throw some rock Pikmin over to
it was
you.
like at early
I
as
think
6
we're gonna need
a.m.,
some
then
rock
9 a.m.,
and some red.
Thank you.
5.
And
Oh,
while
Pikmin.
Hey,
you
the
work
last
on
one
the bridge,
for the Tokyo Game Show, I think I woke
Ooh,
up
yeah.
at 4. I had to wake up an hour early
Oh,
and then
nice.
start the stream an hour early.
I'm
So I think it started at 6 or something like that. Just part of the job.
While you're
you
doing
know?
that, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun.
I
and
don't
I'm
wake up
gonna
that early very often, so
we showed it a little bit earlier.
no worries
That
there.
Camera, I really like it. From that pint-sized perspective. Oh, there's our enemy we just defeated, but we can also see our.
I was up
Pikmin hanging
early
out.
for only getting like a
Some
couple hours
autofocus.
of sleep from the
Oh,
night
they're
before
just waiting
that.
for you to get your
Because I was
job
up
done,
17
hungry.
hours.
They need direction. They need guidance. They need love and support and all the other things.
I love taking photos.
If I would have gotten a
Back
full
to
8
you
hours of
guys.
sleep and went to bed early that night, I wouldn't have
I think
been
my folks are done on my side. So
nearly as like, oh,
Actually,
it's so
one other-
freaking
no,
early.
The one other feature I,
I
wanted to
probably
show
would've.
briefly is another new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is
Like
called
that every time.
Piklopedia. And here, any creatures that you come across in the game will get their own entries, and you can, once you go in, you can tap on it and see different entries from different explorers in your party. So
See,
we've got
that's a more
Oscar,
reasonable hour.
on this dwarf Bulborb. Since we've got Brittany, we can see her comments as well. There are spaces
It's like
for
you and
additional explorers
HMK and a
and
couple
others
other
that
people
we'll
that I know that are
to
over on that side.
to read about as well. But
Get to, you know,
I find
get
it really
up, get your
fascinating
coffee
because-
made,
because each explorer has their own take on how they talk
stretch
about
your
the
legs.
creatures you come across. So yeah, that is.
I wake up and I just
probably
brush
enough
off the eye
story
crust
mode
and
for now.
wash my face real
Um,
quick.
I'll go
brush
ahead
my teeth and
pause the game and let's switch
jump
over
on.
to another brand new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe called Side Stories. These are some elements where you'll be able to see what Captain Olimar and Louis
Right.
got up
I need to
prior
start doing
to
that.
The main story of Pikmin 3.
Oh, before I forget, let's also talk about. I remember we mentioned the whole the sun kind of passing over, and they have a certain limited amount of time in the day. For those people, there's actually a much more difficult mode for you.
Mm.
So, want to talk
Yeah,
about that? Gordon?
yeah, there are 3 difficulty modes in story in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's normal, hard, and there is even an ultra spicy difficulty setting.
Ultra
which
spicy?
gives you only 60 Pikmin can be in the field at once, as well as some additional challenging elements. So for those that are familiar with,
I'm
Pikmin 3 or
interested in the
want
ultra
much
spicy
bigger
mode.
challenge, that'll be right up your alley. But
Mmm,
yeah,
coffee.
Now let's hop into a sneak peek of side stories, which I mentioned feature Captain Olimar prior to the happenings of the main story, and we're gonna see Olimar here facing.
That's the
Lina.
jalapeno mode.
Sort of the background of this is that Captain Olimar, the company he works for, is in debt yet again, back on his home planet, and his boss is sending.
It's
him
the
here looking
ghost
for
pepper
treasure
mode.
to help the company get out of debt. Olimar is a very loyal worker and will go to great lengths to make his boss and employer happy. So good for Olimar here. Of course, Captain Olimar was in Pikmin 1 and the original Pikmin and Pikmin 2, as well as Louis, who was his partner in Pikmin 2. Maybe a little bit less competent than Captain Olimar, who you can see here, but still a very key member of Olimar's team.
Well, and he's got his charm. Louis got charm.
Yeah, no, Louis is great. We love Louis. But
So Olimar is
All
turned
right,
into
the-
a Tom Nook of sorts.
objective of this mission is actually going to be different from the story mode we were playing earlier, because now the goal is just to collect as much treasure as we can in 12 minutes.
Where's he
And
playing
JC,
as
of
in
course, we've
right
got
now?
you in here a split screen right now, but for the moment we'll just switch it back to solo play for simplicity.
Mr. Magoo.
I still do get to control both explorers, so I can still get Olimar in my.
Yeah,
corner.
most of these kids probably don't even know who Mr. Magoo is.
Which we're seeing for the first time in this demo over, and we'll see a little bit of their specialties. So
Sound off in the
that was
chat if you know who
electrified,
Mr.
where if I throw a
Magoo
red
is.
Pikmin at it, we'll see them get a little bit electrocuted, but the yellow Pikmin
I love those movies.
are immune.
In the
They can be
show.
thrown at an electric fence and they can
Throwback,
start
right?
Destroying it. So we will leave Louis there to keep an eye on.
He
our
was
yellow
always
Pikmin
chinky-eyed.
while we take our red Pikmin out into the rest of the map. And we saw this creature a second ago and learned that
The awful live-action movie.
fire breathing, but knowing that we've got our
Oh,
red
my
Pikmin just
my
running
lovely
on
wife
fire,
is here.
So even if they get
What's up,
shaken
babe?
off, which this enemy
Thank you for
creature is
coming.
doing, we can just let's do some charging actually, Adam. There we go.
Like
And
confidence,
done.
Corey. Nice.
And since the Pikmin were nearby when he was defeated, they're just automatically going to bring him back, which I
Is
will
that one of those
do.
water bear
And
things?
we found some
Is that what
wild
that's supposed to
Pikmin,
be?
Blue Pikmin in the wild here, so we'll just call them. But before we hop in this water here, I'm going to swap back to Louis to see what he's up to, and he's just plucking Pikmin and keeping an eye on those yellow Pikmin. So, all right, let's take our blue Pikmin into the water. Again, blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can survive.
He was
in the
probably
water.
nearsighted, I
We found
bet.
a creature in here that's a little bit hard to see, but he's under the water. here. You can see
Extremely
that pie
nearsighted.
chart slowly starting
Like
to
this guy.
disappear.
If I take off my
And
glasses, I
this number
can't see,
5
like,
is
literally
actually the
past
amount
here.
of gold
Everything's like a
treasure,
blur. It's like
gold
a
nuggets here. As the Pikmin
watercolor
take
painting
this
or
treasure back to the base, we're gonna see
somebody
in our upper
just
left
smudged
the currency starts
every-
to increase, which
everything
are
over
Pokemon's,
my eye.
which is the currency of Olimar and Louis' home planet. So that is my objective, to bring back as much treasure as we can. Looks like the yellow fence is almost done, but not quite. So we will. Oh, we lost some Pikmin somewhere.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
That conspiracy theory with Tom Nook is it's
I
pretty
was
interesting,
not
but
as smart as
I don't know.
thought
He
that
seems like an
I lost
overall
some Pikmin because
fairly
There
nice
are,
fellow.
There's this creature down here that is electric.
Though he does.
That I believe he either electrocuted my blue Pikmin or maybe ate them. But
What is
maybe
that
both.
thing?
Yeah, maybe both, yeah. I can still.
I'm
throw
just
blue
wondering,
Pikmin
is
at
that
him.
hair?
Once he starts to generate electricity, you want to get away. All right.
I
think
just
we
don't
got him.
understand.
The blue Pikmin. All right.
I
we're
just
bringing
feel
him
so
back.
bad that they get their carcasses turned into more Pikmin.
Back here with him. Actually,
I guess it's a circle
Louie's
of
got
life,
control of
but
that, so I'm just gonna take control of Olimar, and maybe Olimar can find some more Pikmin.
no, that's not a dog.
You know, I also noticed
It's like
that we
a
were walking
rabid
by a couple of
mutated
Pikmin and stuff like
hamster
that, and I also wanted to
dog.
point out the, you know, the different ways you can kind of think about a map. Because, you know, from my perspective, if you have a large number of Pikmin, that really is a defining factor of how much you can grab. Because, you know, a large piece of fruit or a large item that requires a lot, if it's farther away from your base, you're not only going to need to, you know, have the number to carry that item, but if you find something on the way back, you're going to need enough to, like, if you want spur of the moment, just go pick it up, you're going to need to also have enough Pikmin to pick up that item as well. So I always try to memorize, like, where items are, what did I see, where did I pass it, is there anything else en route that I could probably take the next time I come back, and so it also creates a really interesting kind of
So
playing
Pikmin are
mechanic where I'm thinking
necromancers.
about how could I do this better, right? It's like I did it in this order last time. I'm gonna try this.
I don't know where Pikmin
And
is.
I know
I
can
thought
do
it was a
that. I
different.
missed that. I missed this. So
Is
lots of
Pikmin on
work
Earth?
here.
And I can already tell you, replay value. I've already made multiple mistakes that I would not have wanted to do, such as losing those blue Pikmin early. So if I played this again, there would have been things I would have done differently. But while I've got these Pikmin bringing back grapes, I'm gonna switch back to Louie here, just to make sure that I always want to have my Pikmin doing something in this mode, because again, you want to create that high score and get as much treasure as you can. So, all right, we've got this gold
Let's see.
nuggets going. And
Yes,
looks like these
it does.
Pikmin are still working
Pikmin
on
3
grapes.
takes place 250 million years
Keep an eye on
in Earth's
them.
future.
Let's go back to base.
So this is what
There's
happens
these
to
some
us,
idle Pikmin
everybody.
at base waiting for their next order, which there are. Let's take them out.
Maybe it's on Hyrule.
Give them purpose, Corey.
Ooh, pluck some more Pikmin. All
Hope
right,
it's
while
on
they're
Earth.
plucking- While Pikmin are being plucked, it's always a good idea to switch to your other explorer.
I guess either everything became giant or
Because,
people shrunk.
You can't, while they're being plucked, there's not really much else that those guys can be doing. So, all right. Got another creature here whose weakness is actually on his back because he's got this shell. on his
Exactly.
front. Let's see if we can just charge. Oh no. Let's
That
just,
did
Zero
look
interest
fun.
on is
Oh, no.
extremely
we didn't
lax.
see that. No, let's just. go
Alright,
away
fine,
from
that's
that.
exactly.
Oh man, that
Not all
sound.
Pikmin, not all creatures.
Oh
are
yeah,
actually
you're
slow,
right.
though,
People
even
would
though
kill
we
for
care
that in
about
real
the
life
battle.
with Nook,
And that creature was
in
quite
regards
small.
to
There are
that.
some
But
creatures that are much more intimidating and large that you'll come across. This one.
I think the
including
other, what
which,
is it, the fox?
yeah,
The
let's,
fox is more
away from this
dastardly than he
Yeah.
is.
I've
Whatever that
collected
dude's name is.
327 Pokos or gold so far. This is probably a good point to end for now. I don't want to spoil too much of these side stories. Yeah,
That was the
let's,
thing from
end here for
War of the
now, but
Worlds,
we've got
remember?
one more mode that we wanted to showcase, which is completely different.
it's
from anything
250
we've
million
seen so
years into
far.
the future. They
It
came and
is a
destroyed the human race, and all that's left is the
competitive
little
mode
tiny
called
people in
Bingo
Pikmin.
Battle.
Yeah, so Bingo Battle, you know, is definitely one of, I think, our favorite modes in the Treehouse because it gets really, really heated. You'll see in a second. And the objective of Bingo Battle really is to fill out your bingo card. I'm going to be on the right side, Cora will be on the left. And of course, if you're familiar with bingo, all you have to do is just make a line. It could be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, any kind of line. And to fill out each of those little spaces, you have to collect either an item
Bingo.
or an enemy to fill in
Bingo
that
bango.
space. Sometimes there's multiple of an item. Sometimes there's not. But if you take a look at
Yes,
the two cards in
Red
bottom
the
middle,
fox. Yeah, that's
you'll
who I'm
notice
talking
that
about.
There are the same items, but they are placed.
There is
differently.
a video
One
on
each
him
of
that
our
goes through like
bingo.
all of his
And I'm not
misadventures.
as good at this mode as Corey, so I'm gonna focus a little bit, craft my strategy of what I want to focus on first, and
Yeah, I can talk a little about what's going on right now. Since we start with only 5 Pikmin by default. Of course, you can customize
Giant
that.
spider. I will not
If you
get this
start with
game based
5,
on that alone.
You're going to want to create a larger Pikmin squad as quickly as you can.
I
because
don't
the more
blame you.
Pikmin that you have in your squad,
I'm
the more that you're able to accomplish.
terrified of
and the
spiders.
more that you're able to divide tasks if you need to divide tasks.
I'll kill him, but if it comes to anything poisonous, nope. I will not get in a 10-foot radius of that thing.
If you're ever not sure where a specific item on the bingo board that you want to collect is, it's simple as pulling up that map to say, oh, I need to get an orange. Then where's the orange on the map?
The mother onion's blue this time.
Complete my bingo card. I think what you're going to see JC and I doing first is both growing our squads, and then you see that we both got bridge tiles on the sides of our map as well. So we've been collecting some of those bridge tiles to build a bridge so we can cross the water.
Oh, there's
lot
a
of
spider
deep
behind
strategy here,
me.
too. While Corey's talking, I'm actually thinking about a couple things. Like, for example, taking a look at the bingo card that I have and actually targeting the corners. If I target the corners, which I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but you wouldn't normally. If you target corners, that means you have one.
Skyrim is lucky.
Horizontal, vertical, and
It's
diagonal
only
for
game
all
mod
the same
support
time.
besides Fallout 4 on PS4. Otherwise, I would probably not
Yeah,
have
absolutely. And just
Oh, why are
because
you
I
coming
want-
into my base? Oh, JC. So
I see.
that is a good point to show that, yeah, you can go into each other's bases. And
I don't
JC
blame you.
threw some Pikmin towards
I'm
me,
surprised they
which
even let
started,
mods
kinda just like
available
whacking
on
Pikmin,
either
which is really annoying.
platform.
But very effective, and I have to use the control stick to shake them off. My Pikmin can defeat JC's Pikmin, which is nice, but if our Pikmin
Pikmin. Some people just want to have it on the go.
they will want to.
I just saw one of my Pikmin get slapped by yours, and
Oh, did they fight each other? a little
Yeah,
I'm
bit?
that's
assuming that
actually
you
on
can
the-
play this on the go.
don't
I would
worry,
think you
sing-
could.
Songs will be sung of you.
There's some games that
Yeah, that's
have
right.
conflicting issues with that, but
Okay, let's
Yeah.
I
See,
see that
number
Jason
I mean,
has an
I do
item
understand your
that
point
you,
though with the easy
have,
easy
which
cash
is,
grab. They do this
triple
kind of
lock,
stuff
so
all the
she's
time.
able to use
I wish they'd
and
do
drop on it,
what
so I actually have to be really careful here.
Sony and Microsoft are doing this
Now,
generation,
he's just- alright, he played it back,
and
that's fine.
just would have allowed us to just upgrade our
And again, yeah, you
digital
do
Wii
want
U
to
titles.
sometimes be aware of
to the
what your
Switch.
opponent's up to in this game.
But I mean, with the way they have their
They can do-
ecosystem set up, it was probably really difficult for them to do anything like that. Plus, we all know
Take a
how
little
money
detour
hungry they
here and
are.
start strategizing
So,
and pulling some of these
it
picks
would have been
out.
nice. They're gonna have to
My
change their
colors
ways
are in
eventually
the
because
water,
people are
so now I'm
starting
gonna
to catch on to that kind of stuff.
Try and get some of these. I'm gonna grab these blue ones.
Some people do, but when it's one generation behind and you just paid
I
for the
tried to
game,
lure
it's
your
kind of
red
not
Pikmin in
cool.
the water.
No.
See if they would follow
Stay
me.
away.
So
from-
I understand.
away
Like
from my babies.
both Sony and Microsoft are going in some of the games, not all of them. Sony's doing some cash grabbing stuff too with like Miles Morales, for instance,
Again, these
and a
cherries
couple
give
other
me
couple other
free,
games
spin
in
on
their
the item roulette,
platform right
which
now.
can often
But
change
eventually,
the
it's going to
price
get to the
of
point where
battle.
people
So
see
I'm
that
wanting to get as
Microsoft is
many
being
of these
transparent
cherries
about
as
it and
possible.
allowing people to just
Back to my
upgrade their
base.
games, and third parties are doing it.
Alright, I got a
And we're, you know, as
So
consumers, hopefully,
cherry got me
we all catch on and are like,
three
okay,
not
this
good.
kind of
I
needs to
can
become a
throw
normal
a
thing.
Pikmin at this rock, and
Especially
now
that the
I've got
game just came out on a previous gen.
a bomb rock, basically. So if I throw that bomb
But for
rock,
really old games, definitely,
just
like,
throw it in an enemy right now.
I could see them
Oh,
charging
he woke up and
a price
got
for
a-
it, but not a premium price, not
See if I can-
$65
Oh,
again.
just sort of, be annoying to JC there and temporarily disable him. Another item that I picked up through that I got from my cherry is sort
Yes,
of a
I'll be
free
re-uploading
item
this later.
which is,
Not the full thing. We're gonna cut out the Pikmin stuff,
object, which if I
but the
use it,
Age of
will
Calamity
pull up
stuff.
a
Yeah, I will be keeping
spot
that.
on my bingo card randomly,
Andrew Calloway, thank you.
which looked like was an apple.
Yeah, the 60 to set well now $70, but the 60 to $70 for a game that they just brought out on another console, and then, you know, shortly after that a brand new console comes out, it's starting to get a little old.
So I need two. I see the line that I want, but I'm. Oh no! That was a direct
Like, I'm sure
hit.
they're charging
Oh my
full
gosh,
price
you
for
got me
this.
at, like the right time. I have one.
Oh, I was
I have
staring at your
one
screen. I'm
Pikmin.
sorry.
I'm down to one single Pikmin. If I win this map,
Oh man.
JC will never live it down.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I won't.
He got me
I
sleeping,
won't.
and I have one Pikmin. I wish
Let's see if I can actually. Just,
I had.
Oh,
more
I
than
really
one.
shouldn't do this though.
I need.
Dude, these
To
guys are
get
gonna
more
get so
Pikmin.
eaten.
Oh man.
If I could just
Ooh, that is rough.
let it toss.
$90 for a freaking video game in Canada,
Oh my gosh.
or 90 CAD.
I need a cherry.
Okay, dude, if I could just pick up.
That's
something,
so crazy.
I really shouldn't be checking this right now, but that's right. All the enemies actually show up as those green. Green.
Oh,
flags.
Andrew, thank
I'm
you.
actually trying to find this guy.
Thank you. I need to get some more
The
stuff. I
wild-
want to get some glass cases behind me. I want to trade this out for a glass case, and then I want to have another glass case, and then have the sword directly behind me with the master. With the Hylian shield. But I haven't been able to find a decent Hylian shield
item of that I
that
just got
actually
was
looks
a
like
10
the real one. That's made out
10
of good
free
material
Pikmin
yet.
which sprout at once.
This dark I don't know if I'm gonna get the regular Hylian shield or the dark Hylian shield, but we'll see. Because I have the dark
I
master
need
sword up
way
there.
more. JC looks like he just needs the red Bulborb and the red marble, which are both.
You mean
in
like
round
Parker,
two.
what's good? Welcome.
I
You
don't
working?
think I'm gonna have
You
enough
working
Pikmin
with
to-
Oh,
the
please tell me
Rick
this is
Doppelganger
happening.
today?
Nice.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, my
JC
palms are
got
sweaty.
it.
I'm so excited. That's so good.
So what was I think from my perspective, what really turned the tides there is I had about.
No, this Master Sword was
old
actually
Bulborb
only
that I needed, but that rub
$100
came
bucks,
down at just the
to be honest with
inopportune
you, with
moment.
the
And I had just
plaque and all that
forgotten
stuff,
that
so.
JC still had that item. So
Yeah, I
well
was actually.
done. You used it at exactly. The
And
right
it's real
time.
metal.
feels
I mean,
so
like, it's a
good.
real sword,
Okay,
but
JC
I
feels
would
way
definitely
too
would
good
not
right
use
now,
it to
so we're
swing it
gonna play
around
one
at
more
someone.
game. This one is going to be over in probably 2 minutes because I have way more incentive now to not.
Yeah,
take
I was
it
actually
easy.
able to pick
Not
it up
saying
in
I was taking it
person
easy
and all
last
that
time,
stuff.
but,
That felt so good.
This
Oh my
is a
gosh.
much smaller stage, so JC and I are probably going to come to.
It's actually
a
pretty
skirmish
top-heavy.
Much quicker than we did in the last game, so there's really less of an opportunity to make mistakes here. There's also just a lot of again the map is
Majora's
small,
Mask
so
statue.
We want to be acting very quickly with our moves.
Yep. And Corey, again, because Corey pointed out. that the
I need to
last
get
was
some
slow,
lights
you're
and
probably
stuff in
gonna
the
see us
back
get into some pretty heated,
Eventually.
Yeah, the
Pretty
only
heated battles
thing,
real quick.
the only
As
thing
well.
in between us is that really this.
Need
this
to update my
orange,
camera, too.
Bulborb enemy that you kind of see here. That's
I'm
sort of
still
harassing me
rocking
right
a
now.
Logitech
So, other than that,
C920
we can just sort of waltz
From, like,
into each other's bases.
6 or 7 years ago.
Scares me because
Yeah, well, it's gonna be boring. I'm just trying to, entertain as much as I can while we're watching this Pikmin stuff. There's not much I can do until we get to the Age of Calamity gameplay.
oh, it's a big one. I didn't see it. Oh, run.
Parker,
No.
Pikmin 4. Pikmin
No.
4,
No, this is
I
bad.
could
This is bad.
totally see
All
them
right.
making. Aren't they supposed to be coming out with a new one, or was this it?
Okay. So I need to do
Because I thought this is just a port from the Wii U version. Thought they were still working on Pikmin.
Okay. I'll take that back. Get some numbers.
Maybe it was this one.
Use the charge. Let's see
Oh
what else
man,
we can
these
get.
Bulborbs are just hungry and wow, I do not like that they're.
The Nintendo Switch touchscreen is underrated.
If you sent them over here, but I know you didn't.
I did
Uh,
not.
I mean, it's
Speaking of something.
a touchscreen. I wouldn't say it's the best one in the world because it.
So it's only nice to give gifts that I gave JC the gift of the.
What
sand
was
bomb
it?
rocks
I
that
can't
he
remember
sent
what the
earlier.
issue that I had with it. Oh, you can't use
I wonder
a
if that
stylus
worked
on
out
it,
in my favor, 'cause at least he's not seeing that I'm actually trying to steal one of the only things.
and it's not
This,
like
which is
pressure. It's not like a phone
strawberry.
touchscreen.
Not
No,
seeing
no,
it
no, no,
totally
no,
at
no,
all.
no, no,
I have
you
no
are-
idea what you're doing.
No. that's
Were
The
you
next
gonna
one
do
needs to
something?
be like haptic
Nope,
feedback
we're good.
and pressure
Golden
sensitive.
strawberries?
No, mine. I have numbers.
Like for the Pro, that would be
No.
choice.
All I need now.
I mean, we have the
is
haptic
strawberry,
feedback in
which
the Joy-Cons, but it would be
looks
cool if
like
the screen
is
was
right
too.
behind my base, and so as long as our wow, yeah. So I
Fight.
can give up. I don't need to worry about the golden strawberry because I've got my
He's got the other one. Ah.
the red delicious sunseed berry for the quick bingo. I think that was a little over 2 minutes. So
That was a little over. That was a speed. That was like a mercy win right there. You were
It gets
just ending
really
it quickly.
competitive playing
Oh.
bingo battle. As you can see from a little bit of a taste, we absolutely love this mode. But
Yeah, the
really
Switch
all
touch
modes
touch
offer
screen's a
little bit of
little
different type of
outdated.
gameplay, so we hope you're looking forward to checking out Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Oh,
Be on the
okay.
lookout for
Here we
a
go.
eShop demo that will
We're done with
include
it.
save data transfer to the full game. And if you complete the eShop demo, defeat the last boss in the demo, you'll be able to start the full game with Ultra Spicy mode if you'd like that extra challenge.
Well,
So
I've
again,
heard
thanks for checking out
that
a little bit of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Don't
this
forget the
game
game
is going
itself comes
to
out on
pull
October
over a lot of
Thanks, Corey. Again, really
things
appreciate
from
it. Thanks
Breath
for
of the
letting me
Wild,
have a
but
fun win.
at its core,
That
it's
does
a
not
Warriors
happen
game.
often.
So
And again, I can't wait to play some more bingo battle with you.
as we've already seen the paragliders in it, the physics
next
don't work the
obviously
same at
is-
all. But
I'm waiting for this too, which is Hyrule Warriors.
I thought it honestly
Age
looked
of
a little
Calamity.
clunky.
So, over to you, Kay.
Thanks, JC. Thanks, Corey. Wow, Pikmin looks like a lot of fun. Hi, everyone. I'm Kay from
Dude,
Nintendo
she's
Treehouse,
got
and I've got my colleagues Chico
some
and
dope
Kendra here
statues
with
in the
me.
background. I want the
Before we get
sword.
started,
I want
I'd like to
Zelda.
acknowledge that we are doing this
Whatever
remotely.
else is behind her
So
head.
there might be some technical limitations.
I want it
but
all.
We're asking for your patience and your understanding as we work as hard as we can to bring you an amazing stream. So today we're going to take a look at Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild and tells the story of the Great Calamity and the events leading up to it, which really can only be told through the 1 versus 1,000 action of a Warriors game. We'll start off with a first look at Urbosa. I'm so excited.
Not having durability automatically makes
Yes,
us
I
better.
So
Let's get started.
I'm fine. I know. I'm.
Ooh, Urbosa.
Playing as Urbosa right now, as you can see, and I'm actually inside the Deluxe town right now. And then it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do weak and
Okay,
soft
so we got the
attacks,
Yiga clan
and
attacking
also
Gerudo
a-
Town.
Oh wait, Yiga must is coming. Right now, the Gerudo Town is under attack by
Dude,
Yiga
they've
Town.
destroyed
I don't want to talk
everything.
about why they're here.
Why are they here?
But the
They're
objective
here
is
to
I
get
have
Zelda,
actually
obviously.
defeat all 3 Yiga Blade Masters. So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to run.
Actually, they could either be here to get Zelda, or they could be here to get the Thunder Helm.
But each character can use all 4 different runes. In
And I wonder if they like tried to get in to get that before.
Focus on attacking him right now, so I'm gonna let Kay and
Dude,
talk
that's
about
sick.
what's unique about
Oh, there's that picture that I
Great,
posted in the
thank you so
community
much,
tab.
Chico. Yeah, Urbosa's gameplay is really fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused
With
on
how fast
her ability
Thunderblight
to
was, I
move
thought she'd
and
be a
attack
little
with lightning.
faster.
She
I'm not
has a
disappointed, though.
unique ability
She
to
looks
charge
very
up
powerful.
lightning, which is represented by the gauge at the top of the screen.
Okay.
And yep, she's charging it right there. And once it's charged up, she can actually use the lightning.
No,
in
she's
addition
not a
to
champion yet.
her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some really character-specific stuff with it.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
she
yeah,
also
this attack
uses
might
lightning
not
in
be
her,
at that point when Zelda gets
weak
attacked.
point counters
by
and her
them.
special attacks. And if
Because they were champions at that point, weren't they?
Chico can get the timing right,
They're still changing
after
little
some
things
of
here
these
and
big
there.
attacks where there's still some electricity lingering in the air, she can charge up her electricity super quick, which takes a lot of skill
Yes.
and a lot of timing, but it's very satisfying when you can pull it off.
Yeah, this is when she's first recruited.
So I'm running
And
around
to-
You're right.
the town.
You right. But I'm wondering why the Yiga are
And I just
here.
wanted to add too.
I mean,
aside from
obviously,
the gameplay that you're seeing. Well, first of all,
probably to get Zelda.
Oh, wait, no,
A Korok!
Because there's a Korok.
There it is.
Okay.
It's so cute.
So we got Korok seeds confirmed.
Pages that you can find. But this is the first time that people get to play as Urbosa, which is already super awesome. And this area
Dude, the
probably
Noble
looks
Canteen.
pretty familiar to some Breath of the Wild fans. And
It
it's
looks
cool to
kind
see
of
these
funky,
plays.
but
Pre-Calamity. But what I did want to say is,
Linky
look
boy.
forward to getting
Dude,
more
the Yiga Blade
backstory on
Masters
these
even do
characters
their
as
like
well.
signature
You
moves.
really get a good look at Urbosa's
They're a little
relationship
big,
to
I
Zelda,
feel.
and also more information about
Their
Urbosa's
proportions seem
relationship
off.
to Zelda's late mother. So if you're like me and you love to get to know the characters and get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild, this game is your opportunity to do that.
Okay, so we're gonna hear about their Zelda's late
That's right.
mother's relationship.
Really,
with
there's
Urbosa.
a lot to unpack in here and a lot to see, and it's very thrilling for fans
Look at that!
of Breath of the Wild.
You see him in the
to be
background
able
floating
to
around?
Take a look, a more in-depth look at this time in the story. All right, and now we're taking a look at Zelda's gameplay.
Oh, that's true.
Which is
They are like the
very
Malice
exciting.
Bakos.
As you can see, she
What the heck, dude?
in addition to being able to use them just like everyone else, and she can.
Okay, we were all wondering what her
take out
abilities were. Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
That poppin' though.
In a very unique way. It's
They're just like
it's so cool to see.
jumped in out of
Zelda
nowhere.
Take out these guys.
Zelda's pretty quick on her feet.
Yeah, and
So yeah, it looks like she's gonna be
anytime
all
Zelda gets
slate
to-
based.
You get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies as Zelda. It's pretty much a win. for
That
me.
little bomb guardian though.
Zelda in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Did she just
Well,
kill
I
them with
think she's
pictures?
fun to play as in this one.
Snapshot attack.
Nice work.
She's over here playing Pokemon Snap on them.
She's great.
I know
Being
it's not
Tracy.
okay, but- Okay, so I
Urbosa's
have
also
to
great.
chase
But
after.
Urbosa.
Yes. I have to chase after the Yiga.
I was so not ready for that little bomb guardian.
Go after that to the location I'm told to go. There looks like there's a lot of people here.
And for people who are new to the Warriors series, as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help. guide you
Man,
through
technology is
the process of
powerful.
gameplay, and the action. But
Zelda
you also
76,
can
right?
if you want to.
She used VATS.
So I'm at this location, and it looks like my objective is to defeat the enemies with loud attacks. So I think I need to do. Oh, I can't use right now, but I will wait till my rune fills up first. But
Make some noise,
okay,
Chico.
so I'm
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
rewatch
I'll do that.
all of this.
Hold on. These guys are well.
This guy's really getting in your
Yeah.
way. So as you can
She's
see,
getting whooped. Man, they get early
the
access.
Seeker runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up before you can use it again, which is very similar to.
Gosh,
how-
I'd love to work for Nintendo.
Oh man, that was a gorgeous takeout right there. And
Beautiful.
The
So I
reason
guess I
for
did that.
using these loud attacks was to call forth a certain familiar monster.
Oh!
And there he is.
Oh!
Oh man.
Oh, they're about to eat! Oh!
You sure it's not a lady though?
They got away! They got away!
Yeah, he's too scary, and he's coming after me, so I don't think.
Dude.
Bye bye.
Now let's go ahead and
That's it.
let's
No,
escape
no.
to the main menu while we can.
Worms!
So we're gonna go back to
Tremors!
the world map. And
Look at the
show
loading
some of
screen at the bottom.
Gameplay between battles, leveling up characters, strengthening weapons, and unlocking
Ooh!
things.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
There it is.
Ooh!
Very familiar
Full map!
map of Hyrule. Chico,
What?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
Dude!
Yeah, so
It's the full map.
If you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game, or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu looked like. You will go from chapter 1 to 3 type thing. But this one, you actually go through different chapters and locations using the map of Hyrule. from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm
And
so
when I first
surprised
saw
they were
this,
able to
I
pull
was
that off.
literally screaming because it was so gorgeous, and I just loved it. And because it's a Hyrule Warriors game, when
This
you're
is what the
playing
map looked like
stages,
100
you
years
collect a
ago.
lot of different type of materials. So using those materials, you can unlock different locations
Outskirts
on the map,
stable.
like the stables, other training
What is that in the
grounds,
center?
and even like different dishes
Okay, it's got
you
little
can cook type thing. So one of the things I
mastering
wanted to show
stasis.
is actually here.
There's so much to
blacksmith.
go over here.
So it is a
Fuse
Hyrule Warriors game,
weapons.
so you will be collecting a lot
Okay.
of different weapons
So
while
you can.
are in
It's
the
very
stage.
similar to past games.
Not like Breath of the Wild, you don't. The weapons do not break during the stage, but you can use these weapons you collected to strengthen your primary use weapon.
Okay.
So, right now I'm using this sword, but there's other different type of weapons I can get and different, way to use it.
Yeah.
So I want to use my sledgehammer, iron sledgehammer, and fuse them with all the materials I got so far.
With the level
And
1
I think I
soup
will-
ladle that you will not neglect.
No, don't
you
do
dare.
that. Don't do that.
I was worried.
I shouldn't. Is it okay? It's okay?
No, use it. Use
Okay,
it.
so
Yes, it's
you
okay.
can
The
use
soup
up to 5
ladle,
different
no!
weapons You can strengthen. You of course have to use the rupees, so make sure you collect the rupees when you are in the stage
Dude,
two.
the
And
poor
now I
soup
have
ladle.
My sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that. It's better if I want to. Another thing is the materials. you
Yes, they
collected,
don't
you
break.
can
Let's
make
carry
a
that into
dish.
Breath of the Wild
So
2, please, and thank you.
ready. So spar fish dish, and you need the materials 5 fish. So I have the trout. So now I looked at this, so I can earn the recipe for chili.
Is that
fish
Link's
stew.
dad? Where? Was there a
Right, and the
Another song.
recipes can be used
Oh,
to
the fusing of
give
the
your
weapons.
characters a little bit of a buff
We'll
before
go
you
back
move
and look
out.
at that after
And there are a
this.
bunch of different
I'll
types
pull out
that
the
have
book
different effects,
and
so
we'll
it's
see
pretty
if that
fun
was
to
actually the character design
collect
for
them
his
and see what
dad.
they do. Yep,
And
they
then,
also
by
have
defeating the
Lorulian
by defeating
historian.
monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health or other such things. But the thing I really like about these is that they have little stories that go along with them. Little glimpses. into
Lurlin.
the characters'
Oh,
lives
Lurlin
between
Village
battles
is
during
here.
this war.
Yeah, the whole thing is
The
here.
one that we just did, for
I want to
example,
see. I
is
want to see if we can
a,
go through
young
the
child in Hateno Village who wants to build
the
a
mazes.
monster dummy
They're
so he
here.
can practice using a two-handed sword, and so Link actually brings the materials to make the dummy, creates this dummy, helps him build it, and then
Link
they train
two-handed
together,
weapons.
and that's how Link is able to come up with
Weapons
an
only,
extra
okay.
move for his two-handed sword. And I love it because Link's from Hateno Village, so it's a very cute glimpse into his life.
Yeah, the world building
So,
is really excellent in this game.
Yeah, we just strengthened this.
I didn't.
200
This is
the
like an
sledgehammer is
overload of
basically a 200
info.
sword type. So I'm going into the training mission where I can actually use this sledgehammer to showcase how the two-handed sword or two-handed weapon will work in this game. So I changed my weapon, and I guess I can change my tire.
Yeah, you can
Oh, yeah,
unlock different pieces of armor as you progress through the game, and you can equip or, I guess, unequip them and dress him up however you want.
You look nice.
yeah,
What are you talking about?
This is
and
Link's,
also,
training attire.
I'm about to
and
cry.
Also, this is the chili fish skewer we just got from.
I'm about to cry. We got. Oh my gosh, the armor sets, man.
Right, and every character.
We are gonna
will
be doing a
react
guide on that.
to the dishes that you
Oh.
cook for them, and some
That gave me
characters
tears.
even have favorite dishes,
Oh.
and they'll say something different when you give them their favorite dish. So it's a lot of fun to try out a bunch of different recipes and see.
Yeah, we got
which
preview gameplay, but nothing
different
like.
characters prefer.
I mean, there was Treehouse
Yeah,
Lives
and
and
if
stuff
you
like
watch
that,
the
but it was
TGS,
during E3
live
and
stream,
everything.
you might have seen the
Look at the loading screen.
tower actually raising from the ground.
That's so
And
cool.
that tower is actually going to be a base for Link whenever he
Who else
goes
does
to
it
the
have on
next
it?
mission.
Oh, that's
So
it.
I think you just saw him kind of,
Link,
like, warping from the
Impa,
tower to
Zelda,
that new
and then the
location,
champions.
where I would have been showcasing the 200 sword training mission.
Huh. Maybe it
Right.
unlocks more as
but
you get
yeah,
more
it is a
characters.
training mission.
That'd be cool.
Hey! Don't judge me.
The loading
I know,
screen's
there's no
sick
judgment
though.
Sword is a lot of
If
work.
anything, I just feel bad for Link.
No, you know, he
I guess
works
there's
up
less
quite a
fabric to
sweat
get in the
to
way
get that
while
thing
he's
around.
fighting.
These girls are having
so
way
as
too
you
much
can
fun
see,
with
it's training
shirtless
level, So
Link.
you're fighting against a lot of Hyrulean soldiers, and
Dude.
sword, which
This is how the gameplay should have been in the game with the two-handed weapons.
how it was used in Breath of the Wild. In this game, it's slower but more powerful than the one-handed sword.
Okay, this
but
is for
the,
sure
fun thing
training
about it is that
regimen.
he can,
Dude!
he can use the unique action to strengthen his strong attacks.
Heal temporary
in
damage with the
exchange, he
meal.
takes a little bit of temporary damage.
I love that he's like throws the hammer down and like.
Yeah. And in order to heal that temporary damage, you can press X to consume himself
What?
in the middle of battle.
Oh, dude, this is Lon Lon Ranch.
I love the animation for him eating.
This is Lon Lon Ranch.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I
see
love
it,
the
Chico.
animation for him eating.
Let's
Yeah,
get near
if
some
she'll do
enemies.
it for us.
I was focused
Oh,
on
get near some enemies. Oh, no, not quite. Okay, so, but one of those eating animations is highly aggressive, and if Chico doesn't near some enemies, then we will see what
Is there a
happens,
tower in the background?
and hopefully we'll get an
I don't know if I saw that right. Dude, that's so freaking sick. He's like powering up like a Super Saiyan before he goes ham on these guys.
Blast, sending the soldiers flying.
I love that they
That's not how you
use
eat.
that
It just
in
stuffs
this
his
game as part of
face.
The actual fighting style for the two-handed sword. I think it's a great homage to Breath of the Wild. And
Link
she
uses
played it like
2%
I
of his
did,
power.
which
This
is
isn't even my
having
final
a,
form.
Stockpile of apples or something in my inventory so I could chow down when I'm being blown back.
Dude, that
by
captain's a
strong
beast,
attack and
though.
lots of damage.
You just like mob through Link's bombs and everything.
Aggressively eat your apples.
This is Ranch
Aggressively
Ruins.
eat your apples. It's the only way to eat apples in this game.
If you burn,
Alright, how many?
The
KOs
Poppin's
you got?
killing me though. I know these games are like notorious for it, but
Alright.
you would think the Switch would be able to handle a little more
Yeah, we're getting there.
as
We're
it
more than
was.
halfway.
I don't know. I
would
haven't
like
played
to
the
point
other
out
Hyrule
that this
Warriors game
location is
on the
very
Switch yet.
familiar. It appeared as ruins in Breath of the Wild, but now, before the Calamity, it's in its heyday.
It's Lon Lon Ranch.
And it's very cool to see what it looked like before it got destroyed.
Yeah, and
Nice
Chico,
one,
maybe you
Chico.
can
We
show
gonna
us,
be doing
some, like,
videos.
action.
This is so epic.
Oh yeah, we did get to see the ice rod before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. It could be after Memory 4 or
So,
the
as you
Yiga
can
clan
see
attack.
that She's timing her attacks for when that weak point gauge comes out. The big strategy against these stronger enemies is to cut down that weak point gauge. And
This is
stay
insane. Like, I didn't think they were gonna go this hardcore with making it like the maps 1 for 1.
Nice one.
I mean, probably not in the sense of the stages, but like when you go and pick where you want to go.
I love the two-handed sword so much.
So
I think
Ranch
it's
Ruins
my
is already
favorite.
like falling apart as it
It's so
was.
satisfying, to just slam through all of these enemies, these thousands and thousands of enemies.
That's so cool.
And also to like take a little break to have a snack here and then. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is is my favorite one.
I'm hoping we can.
I know your favorite is
show some,
the
show some
Soup
flurry
Ladle.
rush too. Oh, of course.
I'm trying! I suck at this thing!
I suck at this game.
No, you don't. You're doing great. You're almost there.
You haven't died yet. I
You
think you're
find
doing
another
just
one of those
fine.
captains.
No, he's not good. Yeah. God.
Daruk has appeared. Oh, they're gonna throw you up against
It's Daruk.
Daruk.
He's my favorite.
What's going on?
It's cool. He's very heavy moving character.
The little egg boy.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He moves surprisingly quickly for someone of his size, though, I have to say.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh,
You can do it.
He's
Chico.
coming for that booty.
keep your own size. I mean, like, keep
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
He had a spirit bomb
That was
waiting
like
for
a little
you.
bit of rough play for training.
Yeah, dude, this is just a training match. They're going like all out.
Nice work.
It's like, oh yeah, this is
Wow.
Man, you
this is
did
probably
very
why
good
Daruk
work. Good job.
died at the hands of Fireblight Ganon
All right,
because
let's
he was
totally
wounded
pause
in
for a
battle
second.
fighting
We
freaking
have
Link.
One other thing we'd like to show you. Chico's got to set it up though. I love Daruk.
What are
He's
they
so
doing?
great. He's such a
Well, and it's really
fun character.
I want to see what you're doing on the screen now.
yeah, and it's cool to see all the various characters, you know, that we know and love from Breath of the Wild, but seeing them in this different setting and seeing all of their special moves and how those differ. I do really like seeing that, and I'm excited for what we're about to
Ramsay,
show
what's
you as
up?
well,
Welcome.
you, the
I
viewers.
didn't see you there.
Yeah,
It's like
great.
It's like Breath of the Wild
It's an
1.5.
amazing
It's exactly
thing
what it
that they've
is.
done with this game to
So
bring
cool.
us into this era, you know, pre-Calamity, and show us all these characters and show us the intricacies of how they interact and how they perform in battle. It's stuff that I think personally, as a fan of Breath of the Wild, I wished for so hard, was the chance to be able to see these guys in their prime. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and not to bring the soup ladle up too much, but I do want to say
There's
I
that
love
soup
they
ladle.
that they included the soup ladle. You know, that they're bringing it back, and we see those same touches from Breath of the Wild in this game. And Chico mentioned
Yeah,
that
right?
wasn't
It just seems to be an
unbreakable, so
overgrown
you really
training
could,
ground for Link. You
know,
would think they'd
flip
use
that soup
the
ladle if you wanted a serious challenge.
one of the actual like garrison ruins or
You could use like
the
Choose your own adventure.
actual training grounds for the soldiers to train him, but oh, did you guys see that? The Hinox in the background?
So we're looking at Impa now.
Oh, there's a little slide thing that she can do.
Is in a distance, but I need to take care of these guys first because
Oh, she's using the rods.
Nice.
my way. Okay.
I want to hear the
Obviously,
gameplay.
This is a new depiction of Impa that we're
More
seeing
Simpa,
here,
more Simpa.
But Chico is about to show us just what Impa is capable of in the gameplay.
I love her. I love Impa so much. I think she's so much fun to play.
You're right, it's
She's
Simpa.
so quick, and she has these different jutsu attacks that she uses, like the summoning of the frog and the creation of stone.
Let's go.
You did. That was an impressive use of the electric rod. I
That's
have
some
to
straight
say.
Naruto stuff right there.
And here we have a
She
hero.
just summoned a frog.
I love it. So yeah, as I was
A
saying,
giant
being
frog.
able- Being able to absorb those symbols to create the clones and
Like,
strengthen the strong attack when she has all of her clones out is
no
it's really
way,
fun. It
dude.
takes a lot of strategy and timing. Nice.
That kick was
And you
clean.
can see her
She got him right in the eye with it, too.
does differ from the other characters we've looked at today too.
Uh-oh.
You can do it.
Here's a frog. Oh, no.
So we discussed
Oh.
earlier
She is
the
ready.
Big
usage
attack.
of runes in order to create openings to counter strong enemies. And
This is just Hinox abuse.
When fighting these big monsters too, because
What? He can roll around now?
oh, just like that.
Stopped him right in midair.
Great dramatic openings for yourself. And it really is vital that you get these weak point smashes in because they do
That's
so
right
much
out front of
damage,
the Great
and it can
Plateau.
really make it easy to, or easier. I
She
should
turn
say,
around.
to
I'm
take
pretty
these
sure it
guys out.
is.
To take out the poor Hinox that was just having a nap, minding his own business.
I don't
doing
know
his own
about that.
thing. Well, I mean, I would be grumpy too if I got woken
Isn't
up
that
like
the
that.
plateau? Or is it?
That's fair.
Turn around. Or is it the Great? It's not the Great
Nice
Bridge.
She's making short work of this guy.
She really is.
Can't
I love
remember.
that flying
Oh,
squirrel move.
no, the castle's over there. That's not the Great Plateau
The
though.
maniacal laughter.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it actually might.
Nice.
There it is. It's behind her. I can see the Temple of Time back there.
All right, I think.
So that's like one of their
we have
outposts or
enough for
something.
today. Let's stop beating up on this poor Hinox and let him go back to his nap. All right. Thanks
Boo.
everyone for tuning in. This was Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which releases Friday, November 20th. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure did. And have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You're gonna go back and watch it anyways. Again. That was sick. That was sick. I'm super stoked for this game. We got tons of gameplay. Wow. Probably gonna upload that, just a straight raw gameplay to the channel
This area
with just some general music behind it, so then everybody can just catch out the regular gameplay for it. I'll throw that into the editor
Really
now and
fun
get it up.
exciting. And as you can see,
Oh man, I'm not gonna waste too much time going back over it. I'll go ahead and get that up for you guys right now and get it edited. Thank you all for joining me for another Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity stream. We got a bunch of gameplay that was showing off today. That was nice to see. We'll get more in the coming days as we get closer to release. Again, thank you all for joining. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you could. It really helps me out here on the channel and shows me your support. So, again, thank you all for joining me. Peace out. Oh yeah, Thursday. Timeline Thursday. Be there, please, if you can make it. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.